And embracing innovation means investing in the skills of our people, old and young, women and men, and in being open to new solutions. In a world where climate change is accelerating, we need equal education, we need innovation, and we need new sustainable solutions to our mutual problems. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We now invite the Honorable Mr. Amarjeet Sohi, Minister of Infrastructure and Communities, Canada.
Namaskar. Kam cho? Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Vijay Rupani ji, honored delegates and friends of Canada. On behalf of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Canadian government, I wish to congratulate the government of Gujarat and Prime Minister Modi on another successful, vibrant Gujarat summit. Canada is pleased to be one of the earliest and longest standing partner countries that has produced tangible results for Canadian companies and Indian companies over many years. This year, I'm proud to lead a strong Canadian business delegation, many of whom place special emphasis on infrastructure and developing smart cities. This summit is especially important given the significant transformation of India under Prime Minister Modi's leadership. Canada very much supports the wide-ranging economic reforms implemented by his government, and we are seeing tangible results with much greater Canadian investment in the country over the past 18 months. From 2015 to 2016, two-way trade between our countries grew by nearly 30%, a remarkable achievement in the context of ongoing economic uncertainty around the world. There are now over 1,000 Canadian companies doing business in or with India, and some 690 Canadian companies and educational institutions have a physical presence here in India. Canadian companies like Bombardier, Magna, McCain, and Linamar have been making in India for many years, including here in Gujarat. There remain, however, significant opportunities for greater cooperation with Canadian and Indian companies for growth in sectors such as food and agri-food, energy and clean technology, education and skills development, infrastructure and aerospace, to name a few. Along with business linkages, people-to-people ties play a central and dynamic role in Canada and India relationship. There are more than 1.3 million Canadians of Indian origin, the largest Indian community in the world on a per capita basis outside of India, and it continues to grow. These Canadians make enormous contributions to our communities, our economy, and our country. Both India and Canada need resilient and modern infrastructure to facilitate the movement of people, goods, and services. We need good airports to do business efficiently and for citizens to maintain their ties with family and friends. We need schools and hospitals to ensure that we are able to train and nurture the future generations to carry on our legacy. Back home, Canada has made infrastructure investments a priority for years, and we continue to do so. We have had a long historical experience of connecting vast territory by developing a resilient physical infrastructure and innovative digital infrastructure. We have had the experience of creating smart, livable cities which have been consistently ranked as the world's best. We are keen to share that experience with India and to collaborate through Canadian companies to contribute to Government of India's Smart Cities initiative. And we hope that you will share your experiences with us. We look forward to more visits in the coming months, continued collaboration in the coming years, and that will continue to grow and strengthen the strong and important links between our two countries. And thank you to each and every one of you. आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने हमें मौका दिया इंडिया में आने का और गुजरात में आने का. Thank you so much.
We now invite His Excellency Mr. Hiroshige Sekko, Minister of Economy, Trade and Industry, Japan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. As I make my speech in Japanese, please prepare a headset, please. ご紹介ありがとうございます。日本の経済産業大臣の世耕でございます。モディ首相閣下、そしてルパニ州首相閣下、ご列席の皆様、バイブラント・グジャラートの盛大な開催をまず心よりお喜びを申し上げます。私は本日約30社100名を超える日本企業幹部を連れて日本の大臣として初めてこのイベントに参加をいたしました。私は以前モディ首相の最も親しい友人の一人である安倍総理とともにデリーやインドの各都市を訪問し、満ち溢れるエネルギーと活気、著しい発展ぶりに圧倒をされました。日本企業のインド投資の倍増を目指すなど、日印経済関係は大きな発展、進化が見込めます。日本には技術や人材があり、インドは人口や市場の成長ポテンシャルがあります。企業の海外展開を支援するアベノミクスと投資を呼び込むモディノミクスはパーフェクトシナジーであります。日本企業はインドの経済社会のトランスフォーメーションに技術と輸出で貢献をしてまいります。先ほども話をされた鈴木は1980年代にメイクインインディアを開始をし、現地の従業員のスキルを磨いてきました。昨年、衝突回避のシステムを搭載するバレーノがインドで作られ、日本に逆上陸したことは、インドの技術力の高まりの象徴であります。日本企業が貢献できる技術には環境技術があります。例えば大気汚染です。私は日本の青い空を友人たるインドの皆様と共有をしたい。かつて東京も大気汚染で年50日近く子どもたちが部屋の中で過ごさなければなりませんでした。しかし、さまざまな先進環境技術によって、今では東京から100キロ離れた富士山をきれいに眺めることができます。具体的には、日本はエコカーの先進国として、ハイブリッド車や電気自動車、燃料電池車、向上した内燃機関の技術を要しています。また、日本の空気清浄機は、有害化学物質やアレルギー物質の除去に定評があります。大気汚染の元凶とされがちな石炭火力発電も日本が誇るクリーンコール技術は違います。約400万人がデリーに匹敵する人口密度で住む日本の横浜市では、住宅街から2キロの距離に最新鋭の石炭火力発電所があります。この発電所は一切煙を上げることなく、高効率、低コストを実現し、青い空を共存するクリーンテクノロジーの代表なのです。他にも、アーメダバード・ムンバイ間の日本の高速鉄道、新幹線もインドの発展に貢献をしてまいります。特別のグローバルパートナーシップであるインドと日本のシナジーは二国間にとどまりません。ブレグジット、大国間のバランスが変化するアジア、アメリカの新政権と世界が大きく変わろうとする転換期の今こそ、ASEAN、東アジアに強みを持つ日本と 南アジアや中東アフリカに強いネットワークを持つインドが、インド太平洋地域の統合、発展、ひいては国際社会の発展に協力していこうではありませんか。モディ首相は安倍総理に、強いインドは日本のためであり、強い日本はインドのためであると言われました。背景には今申し上げた両国間のシナジーがあります。そして民主主義や法の支配などの共通の価値観を背景とした強い二国間関係は、開かれたインド太平洋地域に繁栄と安定をもたらすと私は信じています。日印経済関係の発展に日本政府と産業界は深くコミットしていくことを改めて保証してスピーチを終わります。Thank you very much. ダンニャバード、ありがとうございました。
Thank you, sir. We now invite His Excellency Mr. Jean-Marc Ayrault, Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Development, France.
Prime Minister Modi, Chief Minister Rupani, ministers, elected official business leaders, dear friends. It's a true pleasure for me and the French delegation to be with you here today at vibrant Gujarat. France is a partner country this year to affirm its confidence in India. We share so many values. We share a vision of the world and a strategic partnership in every area. Prime Minister Modi, France stands by your side and supports your programs that are drivers of sustainable growth for India. Make in India, Skill India, Clean India, Digital India and Smart Cities. Each of these programs meets a major challenge facing your country. And France has experience and technology in these areas, and we want stronger cooperation with India in these sectors and beyond, from agriculture and food to industry and services, from science to culture, from higher education and research to defense. I have come to Ahmedabad with a large delegation of French companies representing all of these sectors. They have confidence in your country's path towards growth and development. Some of these companies are global leaders. They include France's national electricity utility company, EDF, our national railway company, SNCF, and one of our leading consulting corporations, Capgemini. Their CEOs are here with us today. They have chosen to invest in India, to manufacture here, to export from here, to train their workers, technicians and engineers here, and to innovate here. There are more than 400 French companies in India, employing several hundred of thousands of people and investing more than €1 billion every year. France is one of the 3 leading foreign direct investors in India. This includes Gujarat. I am thinking of SNF Fleuger, for example, the second biggest chemical company in France, specialized in water treatment or oil recovery. I'm thinking of Laboratoire Gilbert in the pharmaceutical industry. I am also thinking on the CMA-CGM group, which has built a container terminal in the port of Mundra. French companies are helping to drive your economy, And we have some wonderful success stories. One of them is Renault, the leading foreign car manufacturer on the Indian market with Quid, developed in India and manufactured in Chennai. Everyone will have the opportunity to discover it here today. I could also mention Decathlon, the French sporting goods retailer, which has opened nearly 50 stores all over India. The French startup BlaBlaCar, with its carpooling application, is growing rapidly on the Indian market. The Indian economy is also full of promise. When it comes to renewable energies, India had a large hand in the success of the Paris Agreement on climate change. I commend your goal to achieve an electricity mix made up of 40% non-fossil fuel by 2030. French technologies developed by EDF or other smaller companies can contribute to this. But India, dear friends, is also a global economic actor, and its industries have ambitions throughout the world. And France is the leading destination in Europe for foreign investment in industry. France will continue to provide sustainable access to the world's largest global market, the European Union. Several Indian companies have already made this choice. I am thinking of the recent example of Mahindra, which has acquired a majority stake in Peugeot scooters. Dear friends, France is open to all Indian investments. On this opening day of the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit, allow me to celebrate with you the economic partnership between India and France. And I am sure it will be even stronger by the end of the day in the interest of our two countries. On this question, this story between our countries, this story of partnership is a question of trust. Our trust in India, our trust in the future of India. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir. We will now invite heads of the governments for their addresses. We are honored to invite Honorable Deputy Prime Minister of Poland, Mr. Piotr Glinski, for his address.
Excellency Shri Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Government of India, Excellency Shri Vijay Rupani, Chief Minister of Gujarat, distinguished representatives of the governments of countries participating in this event, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to attend the 8th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit together with a delegation of Polish business to such a momentous event, which brings together representatives of governments and business from many countries around the world. Let me congratulate Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, who started his visionary initiative to establish a platform for international meeting. I also extend my gratitude to Shri Vijay Rupani, Chief Minister of Gujarat, for organizing the current event. This year, Poland is one of the partner countries of the vibrant Gujarat. Polish government attaches great importance to strengthening economic cooperation with India, country with huge potential, the economic leader in the region of South Asia. As one of the 20 biggest economies in the world, Poland looks east and acts east, realizing the significance and the potential of India as the fastest growing economy in the world. As one of the biggest members of the European Union, Poland believes that strategic partnership and free trade agreement between the European Union and India could serve the mutually beneficial development of trade and investment relations. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Poland's economy is dynamic, open to capital and new ideas. We attach great importance to the development of regional cooperation. That is why two chief ministers from two important Polish regions will sign tomorrow the cooperation agreements with Gujarat. They will definitely create a comprehensive, mutually beneficial instrument of enterprise support and investment for small and medium-sized companies. They will also contribute to the positive climate for investment as well. Poland invested 300 million euros in India during last years. At the same time, India contributed with 2 billion euros of foreign direct investment we received. Poland is considered as one of the top 3 most attractive investment locations in Europe. Poland has also other advantages, such as, among others, well-educated society and a strategic location in the heart of Europe. Poland is a country of unlimited opportunities also for Indian business partners and investors. Ladies and gentlemen, economic prosperity and well-being depends on our activity and creativity. We, people, politicians, citizens, can. We really can. We can change our surroundings, well-being, living conditions. We can overcome obstacles. Almost everything depends on us. That's why we can break records also in economy. Last year, Indian-Polish economic exchange increased in almost 30% due to our common strong will and our hard work. I'm fully convinced that it can be doubled in coming years. Ladies and gentlemen, we are all living in a dangerous and challenging times. Terror attacks in Istanbul, Paris, Brussels, Berlin, and here in India, in Mumbai, Uri, and Pathankot, have demonstrated that terrorism has no boundaries and that it is a global threat. I'm convinced, however, that the common values of tolerance and democracy that Poland shares with India form a very good basis for cooperation. I also believe that both our countries will soon become the non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council to make further contributions to the maintenance of international peace and security. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, sir. We for his address.
Ваше превосходительство, уважаемый господин Моди,
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी,
уважаемые гости, участники форума «Энергичный Гуджарат».
आदरणीय मेहमान, वाइब्रेंट गुजरात के सहभागियों को
Прежде всего, примите слова приветствия от президента России Владимира Путина и правительства России.
सबसे पहले मैं रूस के राष्ट्रपति व्लादिमीर पुतिन की ओर से और रूसी सरकार की ओर से हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं दिलाना चाहता हूं।
Я хотел бы, чтобы в этом зале была слышна такая речь, именно на хинди, на языке, на котором говорили выдающиеся лидеры, духовные и политические лидеры этой замечательной страны, Индии.
मेरी ये इच्छा थी कि मेरे भाषण हिंदी में चले। ये भाषा जिस पे भारत के बड़े लोग, बड़े नेता, आध्यात्मिक नेता, राजनीतिक नेता, ये उनकी भाषा है।
Сегодня утром мы посетили с нашей делегацией, в нее вошло 60 человек, представляющие ведущие деловые круги России, посетили святое для каждого человека, живущего в Индии, любящего Индию место. Это дом, где жил и работал Махатма Ганди, где он отправился в свой соляной pоход.
आज सुबह सवेरे मुझे एक सौभाग्य मिला। मैं और रूसी प्रतिनिधि मंडल जिसमें 60 पर्सन्स की ज़्यादा है, हम महात्मा गांधी के घर पे उधर देखने को गए, जो वहाँ पे वे काम करते थे, जो वहाँ पे वे रहते थे।
Считаю, что когда мы находимся в Гуджарате, обязательно всем иностранцам надо побывать в этом месте, для того, чтобы понять душу, волю и характер индийского народа.
मेरे ख्याल से ये हर इंडिया के लिए एक पवित्र स्थल है और हर एक विदेशी के लिए जो गुजरात में आता है, जो भारत में आता है, वहाँ पे जाना बिल्कुल ज़रूरी है।
И нам очень близки слова премьер-министра Индии господина Моди, который ориентирует всех иностранных инвесторов к тому, чтобы они делали заводы, предприятия, инвестиции, вкладывали непосредственно в Индию. Это тоже новый соляной поход, который сегодня осуществляет руководство Индии, строя новое индустриальное сообщество, новую современную Индию.
और हम श्री प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की बात हम अच्छी तरह मानते हैं, जब उन्होंने कहा कि जब वो विदेश कंपनियों को गुजरात में, भारत में आमंत्रित करते रहते हैं कि यहाँ पे आइए, गुजरात भारत में निवेश कीजिए, और ये बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है और हम ये बहुत मानते हैं ये बात।
Для нас штат Гуджарат очень интересный. Многие российские компании уже открыли здесь свои предприятия, строят заводы. Компания «Роснефть» сегодня вложила большие средства в нефтеперерабатывающий завод в Водянаре. Наши компании также создают совместное производство с индийскими компаниями по производству и автомобильных платформ КАМАЗ, и бутилкаучука. Это новое производство, которое создает новые рабочие места в Индии.
और गुजरात रूसी कंपनियों के लिए बहुत दिलचस्प है। यहाँ पे बहुत सारे कंपनियाँ रूसी कंपनियाँ मौजूद है। उदाहरण के लिए रूसी कंपनी रोसनेफ्ट यहाँ पे बहुत सारे निवेश कर रहा है, और ये कंपनी ने वादीनार में एक रिफाइनरी खरीद लिया, वहाँ पे एक रिफाइनरी बना रहा है, और आदि इंडियन पार्टनर्स के साथ जॉइंट वेंचर बना रहे हैं रूसी कंपनी, बहुत तरह से कंपनी। उदाहरण के लिए एक रूसी कंपनी कामाज जो एक ट्रक निर्माता है, यहाँ पे उनका एक जॉइंट वेंचर होने वाला है, और बुतिल रबर के क्षेत्र में भी एक और प्लांट होने वाला है इधर गुजरात में।
Нас очень заинтересовали предложения премьер-министра Индии господина Моди относительно того, чтобы внимательно посмотреть на огромные перспективы производства молочной продукции в штате Гуджарат, а также на участие в том деле, в котором штат Гуджарат имеет абсолютное первенство в Индии, это обработка алмазов.
और जो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने जो प्रस्ताव रखा, मतलब तो दूध उत्पादन के क्षेत्र में और डायमंड उद्योग के क्षेत्र में, यह हमारे लिए भी दिलचस्पी की बात है।
Я думаю, мы все внимательно отнесемся к этим предложениям, и думаю, что скоро мы не узнаем этот штат Гуджарат, он превратится действительно в лидера промышленного производства в рамках той стратегии, которую предложил премьер-министр «Make in India».
और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि हम ये सारे प्रस्ताव ध्यान में ज़रूर रखेंगे, और एक निकट भविष्य में हम गुजरात का चेहरा बिल्कुल नया होगा, मुझे ये पूरा विश्वास है।
Уважаемые друзья, хочу пожелать индийскому народу, всей великой Индии безопасности, мира и процветания.
आदरणीय दोस्तों, मैं भारत को और भारतीय जनता को सुरक्षा, शांति और खुशी की शुभकामनाएं दे रहा हूं।
И подтвердить, что Россия всегда будет рядом с Индией, всегда будет великим другом великого индийского народа. Спасибо, друзья.
और मैं भी कंफर्म करना चाहता हूं कि रूस भारत के साथ हमेशा के लिए रहेगा और भारत का एक बड़ा दोस्त रहेगा हमेशा के लिए। शुक्रिया।
Spasiba. And we now invite, we are honored to invite Honorable Prime Minister of Serbia, Mr. Aleksandar Vučić, for his address.
Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Vijay Rupani, distinguished representatives of Indian institutions and companies, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I know actually that most of you, or all of you, are waiting for the speech of the Prime Minister of India. Almost in the world, and I'm a bit ashamed I'm not going to mention even our numbers. And congratulations, Prime Minister Modi, to you and to your country on a very great numbers. And I'll do my best to keep on reminding you that you promised me today morning that you're going to visit Serbia, and we are waiting for you in Serbia, we'll be waiting for you, and we'll be hosting you in the best possible way. Wish you all the best, and Serbia will always be a reliable partner to India. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Right. Honorable Prime Minister of Portugal, Mr. Antonio Costa, for his address.
Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Excellency Chief Minister of Gujarat Vijay Rupani, distinguished guests, it is a great honor for me as a Prime Minister of Portugal and person of Indian origin to participate in this inauguration ceremony of the vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2017. And I'm delighted to be present in Gujarat, the state of origin of the majority of the very well integrated and welcome Indian community residing in Portugal. I would like to congratulate the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for as Chief Minister of Gujarat.
अरे वो फ्री है ना कॉल उसमें ऐसे ही दिखाता है तो अनलिमिटेड फ्री है हाँ
Policymakers, industry leaders, academics are a relevant contribution to connect visions and to build a common commitment for addressing this global challenge. It is nowadays clear that to promote sustainable economic and social development, we must consider the major relevance of climate change. It was possible in Paris to reach an agreement on climate change which creates new foundations for tomorrow's world. It is urgent to implement that agreement in terms of its financing, market, reporting and monitoring mechanism. It is with particular satisfaction that I note both Portugal and India have already ratified the Paris Agreement on climate change. It is important to bear in mind that in the short term, Paris also represents an opportunity for the development and transformation of the economy, for the creation of jobs, products, services, and new market opportunities linked to low-carbon technologies. For Portugal, it is a priority, the decarbonization in the transport sector, by promoting the modal shift from individual transport to collective transportation and soft mobility, as well as promoting electric mobility. We have also an ambitious agenda in renewable energy. Our goal is to be in the front line of renewable energy use. We have recently been able to secure 4 days of total renewable consumption in Portugal. Portugal is a country rich in sun, wind and water, and with the implementation of this agenda, we will increase the weight of renewable energy in the mix of energy production. At this moment, we have already achieved more than 87% of the goal set for 2020. By investing in dams, wind farms and solar plants, 61% of the energy we produce is from renewable sources. We are also developing policies and initiatives in the fields of urban rehabilitation focused on energy efficiency and circular economy to promote the efficient use of resources and reduce emissions from production processes and final wastes. As you can see, these priorities are aligned to those pursued in India in programs such as Smartest Cities India, the Green Urban Transport Scheme, or the Right to Light Scheme, just to refer some. In today's world, cooperation and partnership among countries or regions are fundamental. we may improve our citizens' life by exploring business opportunities that create value and employment. It is well known that Portugal and India have a centuries-old relationship based on historical, cultural, and personal ties. But despite those old ties, the economic relationship between Portugal and India is still quite incipient. The aim of my visit to India is to contribute to change this situation by renewing and adapting our relationship to address both present and future challenges. We want to enhance our ties and to extend them to a strategic partnership with ambitious targets in new areas of cooperation. Sustainable development is a very good opportunity for start up this strategic partnership for the 21st century. The contacts with the government of India or with Indian business during the last few days confirm that opportunities for cooperation in science and technology, renewable energy, infrastructures, startups, agriculture and food processing, water and waste management, tourism, pharmaceuticals, automotive products and defense. India and Portugal have complementary economies and they can take advantage of being part of different regions and markets. There are great opportunities that can be explored both in terms of trade or investment. Some Portuguese companies are coming with me and will for sure take advantage of this event to interact with companies from India. I expect that my visit to India and my participation here in this vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2017 will contribute to strengthen the ties between our two countries and to promote the sustainable economic and social development both of India and of Portugal. I'm sure that with Prime Minister Modi, after a vibrant Gujarat, after a vibrant India, we will have vibrant relations between India and Portugal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are honored to invite President of Rwanda, His Excellency Mr. Paul Kagame, for his address.
Honorable Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government and Heads of Delegation, Excellency Vijay Rupani, Chief Minister of Gujarat, distinguished business leaders and guests. It is a pleasure to be back in India and particularly to be here in beautiful Gujarat. I would like to thank Prime Minister Modi and the government of India for your invitation and warm hospitality. Rwanda and India share more than long historic ties. We also have common aspirations for the well-being and prosperity of our people. Indian investors and East Africans of Indian origin continue to make important contributions to our region's dynamism. Trade between India and Rwanda is growing. Indian businesses in the manufacturing and other sectors are playing a role in our economy as long-term investors. But there is much more potential for investment and joint ventures. Like India, Rwanda seeks economic development and long-term transformation by unleashing the potential of our citizens to be more productive and through beneficial partnerships with the private sector and technology investments. This is also the main goal of ongoing work to deepen regional integration in East Africa, particularly through projects that support integration. By widening our markets, easing travel, trade and business, and embarking on major joint infrastructure projects, we want to maximize opportunities for investment and ensure inclusive growth for years to come. In a rapidly changing world, we have the opportunity to further diversify African exports to India beyond oil and minerals, to stronger profitable partnerships in other areas, including technology, manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, education, and healthcare. The vibrant Gujarat Global Summit is a valuable platform to strengthen mutually beneficial initiatives in all these and other sectors. Attracting investment is a priority for Rwanda. We continue to make it easy to do business and have established a very attractive investment code. We are ready to discuss business and investments right away. The Rwandan private sector delegation that is here in Gujarat is keen to meet counterparts and explore prospects. Following this visit, we look forward to more activities, including the launch of direct flights to India, especially Mumbai. That's where it is going to start from in a few weeks, by our national carrier, Rwandair, in a few months. This will be a significant step in facilitating travel and business between Rwanda and India and better connecting our two regions. We have every reason to succeed in our efforts. India's familiarity with the East African region and your long tradition of successful businesses is a good match for the ambitions and vast opportunities available in our countries. We are here to make it work. I thank you and wish all of us a fruitful summit.
Thank you very much, sir. We are honored to invite President of Kenya, His Excellency Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta, for his address.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, Your Excellency, the Chief Minister of Gujarat State, Vijay Rupani, Captains of Industry, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor and a privilege for me to join you at this 8th Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit. And may I take this early opportunity to thank Prime Minister Modi and the Chief Minister of Gujarat for inviting me to this important summit. This is even more significant given the historic relationship between Kenya and India, and also that the largest segment of the Indian diaspora that calls Kenya home comes from this great state of Gujarat. The state of Gujarat is an important economic powerhouse in India, with expertise in sectors and industries that Kenya would wish to benchmark. These sectors include manufacturing and textiles, fertilizers, petrochemicals, agriculture and agribusiness, with special focus also on sugarcane and cotton, mining extraction, natural oil and gas, including coal and tourism. It would be mutually beneficial if we forged a partnership between Gujarat investors and Kenyan entrepreneurs with mutual benefit in mind. Without a doubt, Prime Minister Modi has started something of a revolution here, with high economic growth underpinned by infrastructure, power generation and connectivity, and water availability that has made significant impact on the lives of ordinary citizens. These are tenets that we in Kenya wish to emulate and learn from as we partner going forward. India is an important business partner of Kenya, with investments in a wide range of sectors such as banking, automotive, energy, telecommunications, and health, to name but a few. The Indian investors already in Kenya will testify that an open and safe investment destination with a favorable business environment facilitated by our government's efforts to improve business regulation procedures and requirements. We have also undertaken a wide range of business regulatory reforms aimed at significantly reducing the cost of doing business, something that has been recognized by the World Bank in its 2015 publication of Doing Business, which reported a marked improvement for Kenya, moving 28 spots from number 136 to number 108 in 2015. Ease of starting a business, dealing with construction permits, getting electricity, registering property, getting credit and paying taxes has tremendously boosted investor competitiveness and confidence. To enhance the country's investment attractiveness, my administration has also prioritized infrastructure developments and investment to spur growth and job creation in all sectors of our economy. We have invested in projects and opportunities that include expansion of our ports in Mombasa, our airports and transport corridors, rail links and special economic zones to make Kenya an economic as well as a business hub. There are still opportunities within these infrastructure areas for Indian businesses to consider investing in. Kenya's economy is the largest and most integrated in the East African region, with significant utilization of technology and innovation in business, and it also has one of the highest mobile telephony and internet connectivity on the African continent. The country also has a well-educated, sophisticated, creative, and enthusiastic human resource pool and an advanced financial services sector to serve any kind of investment. And Kenya's central geographical position in the East and Central African region is ideal for investors to use as a launch pad to penetrate the enormous market of over 650 million people of the tripartite free trade arrangement area, which brings together 26 countries in northern, eastern, as well as southern Africa. There are already quite a number of multinational companies with their regional offices in Nairobi, a major regional business and media hub, and you are all invited to join them. I believe this demonstrates that you can have confidence in investing in our country, and indeed, Kenya is proving to be an economy that is stable and growing, with the African Development Bank indicating its 2015 outlook that Kenya defied both domestic and global challenges to attract US dollars 1.9 billion in foreign direct investment in 2015. The World Bank has also projected a continued robust growth trajectory at 5% in 2016, much higher than the global average of 1.5%. Indeed, Bloomberg in 2015 reported that Kenya was the third fastest growing economy in a global survey of 57 economies, putting Kenya alongside China, India, Philippines, and Indonesia as the only economies that were expected to attain over 5% growth in 2016. And indeed, we attained that. These indicators show that we are doing the right things to build a conducive business environment and to ensure robust growth. And we invite you to join in these efforts for a win-win, mutually beneficial result. I encourage Gujarat investors to come and explore the wide range of investment opportunities existing in various sectors such as transport, water and energy, mining extractives and exploration, medical facilities, pharmaceutical production, fertilizer production, manufacturing and value addition in agriculture, industry and tourism, as well as emerging sectors in information and communication technology as well. I am optimistic that the outcomes of the dialogue and networking with the Kenyan delegation, that includes also government representatives and the private sector, will be mutually beneficial to the private sector of the two countries. Prime Minister Modi, I do believe that with our deepening partnership, built on shared values of democracy and justice, we can transform our economies and societies for the mutual benefit of our two peoples. Once again, I take this opportunity to invite all of you to visit Kenya and explore the available business opportunities and also experience other beautiful cities as well as the warmth of the Kenyan people. I thank you.
Thank you, sir. It is now time for the release of the policy booklet and a coffee table book. We invite Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to release the policy booklet and coffee table book, specially brought out to mark global summits, which will be presented by Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Additional Chief Secretary, Industry and Mines, and Industries Commissioner, Government of Gujarat. Gujarat has always been a policy-driven state and has taken a leap ahead with developing a compendium of 18 state policies from industrial to agri-food processing to startups. This compendium aims to assist and facilitate investors as part of ease of doing business and further catapult the growth story of vibrant Gujarat. The coffee table book, Summit of Success, is a tale of enterprise, employment and empowerment. This book presents information about recent projects implemented in Gujarat, from the expression of interest at summits to the commissioning of the projects. The success stories in this book encompass all sectors. Thank you, sir. Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, is a visionary leader working in the mission mode to realize his supreme dream of regenerating and transforming India. His governance model, a development plus model to develop brand India, is based on bold initiatives such as Make in India, Startup India, Skill India, Clean India, digital India, and financial inclusion. His vision and proactive governance has transformed this business summit from a small beginning in 2003 to this mega event today in 2017, being held in the serene ambience of Mahatma Mandir. We are indeed honored to invite Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, with a thunderous round of applause for his inaugural address.
His Excellency, the President of Kenya, His Excellency, the President of Rwanda, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Portugal, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Serbia, His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of Russia, His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of Poland, Governor of Gujarat, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Ministers, Excellencies, and distinguished dignitaries from India and abroad, captains of business and industry, ladies and gentlemen, Bale Padharo. I welcome you all to the vibrant Gujarat Summit. I also wish you a very happy, prosperous, and successful New Year. I fondly recall the modest launch of this event in 2003. Since then, it has been a very successful journey. I express my gratitude to the partner countries and organizations, our list, which includes Japan, Canada, USA, UK, Netherlands, Australia, Denmark, France, Poland, Sweden, Singapore, and UAE. I particularly thank the initial partner countries of the vibrant Gujarat event, Japan and Canada. Many other prestigious global organizations and networks are also partners of this event. I thank you all of this partnership. Your presence is a source of motivation for business leaders as well as young entrepreneurs gathered here. Without your support, this event could not have seen 8 biennial chapters, each better and bigger than the earlier one. The last 3 events have been particularly big. The presence of political and business leaders from more than 100 countries and a large number of organizations from around the world make this a truly global event. I would urge the participants to reach out to each other and to derive the greatest benefit from this summit. You should also visit the trade show and the exhibition where hundreds of companies have showcased their products and processes. Gujarat The land of Mahatma Gandhi and Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel also represents the business spirit of India. Through the ages, it had led in commerce and enterprise. Centuries ago, its people went across the seven seas in search of opportunities. Even today, this state boasts of being the origin of the highest number of our people living and working abroad. And wherever they have gone, they have created a mini Gujarat. We proudly say, જ્યાં જ્યાં વસે એક ગુજરાતી, ત્યાં ત્યાં સદા કાળ ગુજરાત. In other words, wherever a Gujarati resides, there forever resides Gujarat. Gujarat is currently in the midst of the Kite Festival. May the kites inspire us all to fly high. Friends, as I have often said, India's strength lies in 3 Ds: demography, democracy, and demand. Our biggest strength is the depth of our democracy. Some people say that democracy cannot deliver effective and fast-track governance. But we have seen in the last 2.5 years that it is possible to deliver quick results in a democratic setup as well. Over the last 2.5 years, we have also evolved a culture of healthy competition among states. States are being rated on parameters of good governance. The World Bank is helping us in this process. Coming to demography, ours is a nation of a vibrant youth. The disciplined, dedicated, and talented youth of India offers a globally unmatched workforce. We are the second largest English-speaking country. Our youth are not merely looking for jobs. They have begun taking risks and often prefer to become entrepreneurs. On the demand front, our rising middle class offers a huge domestic market. The seas that surround the Indian peninsula connect us to some of the world's biggest markets, including Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. Nature has been kind to us. Our 3 crop seasons enable us to grow food, vegetables, and fruits in abundance. The diversity in our flora and fauna is unparalleled. The richness of our culture and its living symbols is unique. Our institutions and scholars are recognized the world over. India is now an emerging R&D hub. We produce the world's second largest number of scientists and engineers. Our entertainment industry is making waves worldwide. All this helps ensure a good quality of life at relatively low cost. Friends, our government was elected first and foremost on the promise to provide clean governance and end the prevailing regime of corruption and nepotism. It is our vision and mission to bring a paradigm shift in the ways of our polity and economy. We have taken a series of decisions and steps in this direction. To give you some examples, we are bringing a shift from relation-based governance to system-based governance, from discretionary administration to policy-based administration, from random interference to technological intervention, from favoritism to level playing field, from informal economy to formal economy. In doing this, digital technology has played a key role. I often said that e-governance is easy and effective governance. I also emphasized the need for policy-driven governance. Online processes help bring speed and openness in decision making. Toward this end, we are working to adopt and absorb newer technologies to bring about transparency and the end discretion. Believe me, we are on the threshold of becoming the world's most digitized economy. Most of you wanted this change in India. I'm proud to say that it is happening before you. You can see this. Over the last 2.5 years, we have worked relentlessly to realize India's potential and to set right the economy. The results have been encouraging. There had been substantial improvement in key microeconomic indicators like GDP growth, inflation, fiscal deficit, current account deficit, as well as foreign investments. India has become the fastest growing major economy in the world. Despite the global slowdown, we have registered excellent growth. Today, India is a bright spot in the global economy. We are seen as the engine of global growth. World Bank, IMF, and other institutions have projected even better growth in the coming days. In 2014-15, India contributed 12.5% of global growth. Its contribution to global growth is 68% higher than its share of the world economy. Creating an enabling environment for business and attracting investments is my top priority. We have to do this in order to create opportunities for our youth. With that spirit, we are moving towards implementation of some historic initiatives. This includes the Goods and Service Tax, GST, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, the National Company Law Tribunal, a new arbitration framework, and a new IPR regime are all in place. New commercial courts have also been set up. These are just a few examples of the direction in which we are going. My government is strongly committed to continue the reform of the Indian economy. Friends, we have placed the highest emphasis on ease of doing business. We have taken decisive steps to ease licensing processes and rationalize provisions and procedures relating to clearness, returns and inspections. We are monitoring implementation of hundreds of action points across various sectors aimed at improving the regulatory framework. This is a part of our promise of good governance. The outcomes of our efforts are visible in India's global ranking on various indicators. A number of global reports and assessments over the last 2 years have shown that India has improved its policies, practices, and enhanced its economic profile. India's rank has improved considerably in the World Bank's Doing Business report. India is ranked third in the list of top prospective host economies for 2016 to 18 in the World Investment Report 2016 released UNCTAD last year. Our rank also improved by 32 points, positions in World Economic Forum's Global Competitiveness Report 2015-16 and 2016-17. We have moved up 16 ranks in the Global Innovation Index 2016 brought out by WIPO and other institutions. We have moved up 19 positions in the World Bank's Logistic Performance Index 2016. You can see that we are moving close to global best practices. Day by day, we are getting more and more integrated with the world. Our confidence has been boosted by the positive impact of our policies and practices. This also gives us the motivation to further simplify our processes to become the easiest place to do business. Every day, we are further rationalizing our policies and procedures to make it simple for businesses to establish and grow. We have liberalized our FDI regime in many sectors and in various ways. India is today among the most open economies. This change in environment has been recognized by both domestic and foreign investors. An encouraging startup ecosystem is now taking shape in our country. This unleashing of the youth power is heartening. The total FDI inflows in the last 2.5 years have touched US $130 billion. The FDI equity inflow in the last 2 financial years was 60% higher as compared to previous 2 financial years. In fact, the total FDI inflows received during the last years have been the highest ever. The numbers of countries from where FDI is coming and the sectors in which they are being rooted have also diversified in the last 2 years. India is now the leading recipient of capital investment in the Asia Pacific. It also continues to be among the top 10 countries globally in terms of FDI inflows. But the story does not end here. India had left every other country behind in terms of providing return on investment. In 2015, India has risen to first position in the baseline profitability index. Friends, Make in India has become the biggest brand that India has ever had. It is directed towards making India a global hub for manufacturing, designing and innovation. मैं साथियों ये अनुभव करता हूं, मैं दुनिया में जहां जहां गया, मैं अगर 5 बार मेक इन इंडिया बोलता था वहां, तो होस्ट कंट्री के लीडर्स 50 बार मेक इन इंडिया बोलते थे। एक प्रकार से मेक इन इंडिया ये दुनिया की नजरों में भारत को एक इन्वेस्टमेंट का डेस्टिनेशन बना चुका है। भारत में राज्यों के इनिशिएटिव, केंद्र सरकार का सहयोग, ये संयुक्त प्रयास मेक इन इंडिया के लिए बहुत सारे द्वार खोल चुका है। इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का लाभ हिंदुस्तान के राज्यों के बीच में कंपटीशन पैदा हो, हेल्दी कंपटीशन हो, और वो भी गुड गवर्नेंस एंड इकोसिस्टम के आधार पर हो। कंपटीशन पहले भी हुआ करती थी। 15 साल पहले एक राज्य दूसरे से ज्यादा चीजें दे देता था, दूसरा तीसरे से ज्यादा देता था, देने की स्पर्धा होती थी, आखिर कोई नहीं आता था। लेकिन जहां जहां गुड गवर्नेंस को बल दिया गया, जहां जहां प्रॉपर इकोसिस्टम पैदा किया गया, जहां जहां रेगुलेशंस को ठीक किया गया, जहां जहां बिजनेस एनवायरनमेंट को फ्रेंडली बनाया गया, वहां पर अधिक मात्रा में दुनिया के बाहर के लोग भी आने लगे। और इसलिए मेक इन इंडिया या दुनिया में कहीं पर भी समझाना पड़े ऐसी स्थिति नहीं है। और मैं गुजरात सरकार को अभिनंदन करता हूं, उन्होंने अपनी प्रोग्रेसिव नीतियों के आधार पर गुड गवर्नेंस को बल देते हुए फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट को अट्रैक्ट करने में बहुत ही अग्रिमता सिद्ध की है। गुजरात सरकार की पूरी टीम को इसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। मेक इन इंडिया has celebrated its second anniversary recently. I am delighted to share that we have become the 6th largest manufacturing country in the world, up from 9th largest previously. Our gross value added in manufacturing has recorded a growth of 9% in 2015-16. This is much higher than the 5 to 6% growth in the previous 3 years. All this is helping us expand the job market and raise the purchasing power of our people, particularly middle class. But the real potential is even higher. To give you a few examples, India's food processing industry is expected to increase almost 5-fold in the next 10 years. No one can imagine. Similarly, India's low vehicle penetration makes it one of the world's most attractive auto market. At the government level, we have to ensure that our growth process is inclusive and embraces both rural and urban communities. क्योंकि भारत ऐसा देश है, हम गांव और शहर के बीच संतुलित विकास के पक्ष में हैं। हमारी नीतियों का लाभ गांव और शहर दोनों को समान रूप से मिलना चाहिए और इसलिए हमारी योजना की प्रायोरिटी में भी गांव को भी उतना ही महत्व मिले। हर विकास की यात्रा का अंतिम बेनिफिट गांव गरीब किसान तक पहुंचे, ये हमारा प्रायोरिटी का रहने के कारण सारी नीतियों के केंद्र में उन बातों को हमने बल दिया है। वी आर कमिटेड टू एन इंडिया विद बेटर जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज, बेटर इनकम, better purchasing power, better quality of life, and better living standards. Friends, our development needs are huge. Our development agenda is ambitious. For instance, we want to provide a roof over every head. हर गरीब को घर होना चाहिए, अपना घर होना चाहिए और 2022 तक होना चाहिए। ये सपना लेकर के हम चल रहे हैं। We want to provide jobs to every hand. 800 million 35 से कम एज ग्रुप के इंडियंस, जो एक प्रकार से युवा भारत है। 800 मिलियन यूथ जिनकी उम्र 35 से कम है। इन हाथ में हुनर हो, काम का अवसर हो, तो नया हिंदुस्तान हमारी आंखों के सामने बना करके खड़ा कर देंगे। ये विश्वास हिंदुस्तान के नौजवानों के प्रति मेरा है, हम सबका है और हम सबका जिम्मा भी है कि उस अवसर को हम दें और हम अवसर दे सकते हैं। संभावनाएं भरपूर पड़ी है। वी वांट टू प्रोड्यूस एनर्जी that is cleaner. We want to build roads and railways faster. We want mineral exploration become greener. We want to build urban amenities that are sturdier. We want to see our quality of life getting better and better. We are taking a leap toward next generation infrastructure in both core and social sectors in both rural and urban areas. This includes freight corridors, industrial corridors, high-speed and metro rail projects, logistic parks, smart cities, coastal zones, regional airports, water, sanitation, and energy initiatives. Our per capita electricity consumption must rise. Even as we do so, we are committed to promoting renewable energy. We are keen to promote tourism in a big way, and this needs tourism infrastructure. जब मैं रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी की बात करता हूं, 175 गीगावाट। एक जमाना था हम मेगावाट की चर्चा करते भी डरते थे। आज देश गीगावाट के सपने देख रहा है। ये बहुत बड़ा बदलाव है। 175 गीगावाट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी मिक्स, जिसमें सोलार हो, विंड हो, न्यूक्लियर हो, और दुनिया जो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग से परेशान है, उस विश्व को बचाने का सपना हमने भी देखा है और हम भी 175 गीगावाट के कंट्रीब्यूशन से विश्व को ग्लोबल वार्मिंग से बचाने के उस संकल्प को पूरा करने में हिंदुस्तान अपनी नंबर 1 की भूमिका अदा करने के लिए कृत संकल्प होकर के आगे बढ़ रहा है। तो मैं पूरे विश्व को निमंत्रण देता हूं, आइए 175 गीगावाट रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के क्षेत्र में इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए स्काई इज द लिमिट और हमारी पॉलिसीज आर वेरी प्रोग्रेसिव। और मुझे विश्वास है कि मानवता का भी ये काम है। जीवन की तरफ देखने का दृष्टिकोण बदलने का अवसर है। हमने 2 शताब्दी एक्सप्लॉइटेशन ऑफ नेचर के अंदर खपा दी है। अब हमारा दायित्व है कि आने वाली शताब्दियों को एक्सप्लॉइटेशन ऑफ नेचर के हमारे सोच में से बाहर ला करके हमारी नेचर को स्ट्रेंथन करने के बेसिक चीजों को लेकर के चलना इसका अवसर है। और उस बात को लेकर के हम चलेंगे तो हम अवश्य ही विश्व में एक बड़े परिवर्तन की संभावनाओं में बहुत बड़ी अहम भूमिका अदा कर सकते हैं। द टारगेट फॉर कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ रोड्स एंड लेइंग ऑफ रेलवेज have been increased manifold. India is going to emerge as one of the world's largest construction markets as it adds millions of homes. All these offers unprecedented opportunities for the investor community. Most of you can work with US in a number of areas, which includes from hardware to software, from soft skills to scientific temper, from defense system to cyber security, from medicine to tourism. I dare say that India alone offers the opportunities that could revival those of an entire continent. It offers today the possibilities of a full century, and we want to do all this in a calendar, greener and sustainable way. We are committed to protect the environment and uphold our responsibility towards nature. Ultimately, this is what India has stood for since ages. Welcome to India, the land of tradition and tranquility, the land of empathy and excitement, the land of experiment and enterprise, the land of openings and opportunities. Once again, I welcome you all and invite you to be part of India of today and India of tomorrow. I assure you that I will be available to hold your hands whenever required. Thank you. ગુજરાતના ભાઈઓ આવજો.
जो वादे नहीं इरादे लेकर आए हैं, ऐसे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister, for that very inspiring, motivating and guiding address, which this August gathering will remember for many more years to come. With that, we conclude this inaugural session of the Vibrant Gujarat Global Summit 2017. We request the wonderful people in the audience to remain sitting till the dignitaries depart from this conventional hall. Gujarat is a state where business is celebrated. Be a part of it. Please do take good care of yourself. We thank all of you for being a part of this inaugural session. All the dignitaries, members of the media, industry captains, people from various sectors. A special word of thanks for Gujarat Police for wonderfully securing this event. This is your compeer Hina Saxena with her namaskars.